I'm really excited to tell you my thoughts about Big Hero 6. It's Disney's latest animated classic, and it is one of the 54 canon films that I've been reviewing on my blog, and it is the last review that I will be posting until the next canon film comes out. And I think the next one is Mona, which will be 2 more years. But Big Hero 6 is so much fun, and if you want to read a more lengthy review, definitely check out the blog, because there I go into much more detail about different things that I liked without it being too spoilery, I don't think. So, Big Hero 6 is the first superhero movie that Disney has ever done, and it makes sense because they've had such success with Marvel, and it is about a boy named Hero who is a genius, and he's an orphan, but he lives with his aunt and his brother, Tadashi. And Tadashi is also a genius, but he's much more motivated than Hero, and he's going to school. He's significantly older than Hero, but still he's going to school, and he's working in a robotics lab. And Hero is, in the beginning of the movie, is involved in these bot fights. It's sort of like a cockfight, but with robots. And they're illegal, and they're gambling, and it's all set, the whole movie's set in this futuristic city called San Fran, Tokyo. And it's like this combination of Tokyo and San Francisco, so it's really beautifully drawn. The cityscapes are gorgeous. 3D looks great, and it's just different than Disney has done in a long time. It's been really since Oliver and Company in the 80s that there's been like a cityscape feel to a Disney film, and that felt great. And it's been a long time since there was a Disney movie about a younger person. Like, normally they're more like young adults, and there's almost no Disney movies about actual children. There's Sword in the Stone, and there's Lilo and Stitch are 2 of the best examples of featuring a child character. But there's not that many, and he's 13. So he's a young kid, and he doesn't want to go and be a nerd at school, but his brother is a nerd at school and is involved in this robotics team. And there's tragedy. This is in the trailer, so don't feel like it's a spoiler. There's a tragedy, and Tadashi ends up dying. And so Hero is devastated, of course, and he meets Tadashi's robot that he's invented, and his name is Baymax. And he's a nurse, and he kind of looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And his point is to care for patients, and he's loving, and he's kind, and he's sweet, and so he's just a wonderful character. I don't know when I've been to a movie where I loved a character so immediately. He's kind of like the ultimate mother. He's just nurturing and caring and sweet and just lovely, and such a fun design. And so there ends up being this conflict between there's a villain. I don't want to give too much of it away, but there's a villain who is really interesting. He surprised me. He's not 100% bad, but he's really cool. The design is cool. Hero decides to train Baymax to actually be a fighter and not just a caretaker. He actually makes a new chip in addition to Tadashi's chip, which then allows him to learn karate and become this superhero. And then he recruits, or they kind of get recruited by Baymax. The team at the school comes, and they come and help too. And so they become this unit, the Big Hero 6. There's obviously 6 of them, and they fight this villain, and it's just really satisfying. It's really funny. It's just really tender-hearted. I cried a lot in this movie, and I just didn't have that much bad to say about it. It surprised me. It was funny. It had action. It was beautiful to look at. It had real heart and warmth. It just had everything. I can't imagine anyone not liking this movie. I think boys will love it. I think girls will love it. I think their parents will love it. I just think it has something for everybody. So I mean, the only thing, if I was really going to nitpick, is a little bit in the middle. It gets a little bit slow, but I was really entertained, and I really enjoyed it, and I just thought it was so different than anything Disney has done in a long time, and so satisfying after we had a movie about two sisters in Frozen that was so satisfying, and here we have a movie about two brothers, and it reminded me of Up in the way that a character dies and yet you feel their presence and their palatable force through the rest of the movie. That was really moving to me, and it also reminded me of The Incredibles. It had that same kind of cheeky feel to it. It had the bright colors, and as opposed to where The Incredibles was all about family, this was all about friendship and supporting one another and believing in one another. And so I think it has something for everybody. I really loved it, and I highly recommend, definitely go out and check out Big Hero 6. Take your whole family. Go see it in the theater. Go see it in 3D if you can. And I think you will be glad you did. So let me know what you think. If you see it, put your comments down below. Let me know. Definitely check out the written review and check out the rest of that website. I'm really proud of it, and I have all different kinds of lists, and you can check out all 54 of my Disney Canon reviews, and please put your comments, and I've just really enjoyed getting to do it and getting to interact with all of you. So thanks so much, and again, let me know what you think, and please subscribe to my channel, and thanks so much.